Prosecutors in Guatemala are investigating if the country's emergency response agency was negligent in its response to the country's deadly volcano eruption. Authorities admit communication errors delayed evacuations when the Fuego volcano exploded last Sunday. At least 109 people were killed and nearly 200 are believed to be missing. Manuel Bojorquez is in Escuintla, Guatemala, where dangerous weather conditions are impacting recovery operations. Manny, good morning.
Good morning. One lawmaker told us it took 3 hours after scientists issued an evacuation warning for the country's emergency management team to order one. A delay officials blame on a communication breakdown, one they believe may have cost lives. Nearly 5 days after the initial eruption, Volcán Fuego continues to spew smoke and ash. But despite the danger and questions about the government response, Father Martin Sirin remains focused on acting as a source of comfort to those whose future is now uncertain. At least 120 people have sought refuge in his parish church, like Delfina Alvarez Garcia and her children. Where do you go now? Nowhere to go? Guatemala's Office of Emergency Management is now being criticized for not acting fast enough. Eddie Sanchez is the head of Guatemala's Institute of Volcanology. He says the people who were supposed to be informed were informed. I'm not empowered to declare a state of national emergency. According to a government official, scientists issued their first volcano alert around 6 a.m. on Sunday, another issued at 10. And then another at 1 in the afternoon, urging evacuations. More than 3 hours later, the country's emergency management agency issued an evacuation order, but it was only voluntary. We did not act because at no time were we given something that would allow us to make a decision, he said. As for the injured, on Thursday, 6 children were flown to Galveston, Texas, where they're being treated for severe burns.
What we have put together from the stories, as well as their looking at the wounds today and the condition, these were from the ash clouds.
Back in Guatemala, medical care and more water has arrived for some. But the big question is, what do they do after? Where do they live? There are currently more than 4,000 people living in shelters. This bad weather and more eruptions forced officials to suspend the search for bodies in villages beyond this roadblock. But some determined family members said they would go up there and do it themselves. Norah?
Wow, Manuel Bojorquez, who's been doing some incredible reporting from Guatemala this week. Thank you.